Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Wednesday, May the 12th. The year's 2021. Let's talk trading. Today, it's trading with Walmal. Just so you know, these videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine and from Walmal. Walmal, has been some crazy trading with that news today, huh?
Yeah, it was. Normally CPI can go and affect the price of the dollar, but it normally doesn't do like what it did today against the pound. It dumped like 30, 35 pips, something like that. Within about a minute or so. And then of course it ran all the way back up, and now it's run all the way back down, and it's just been one of those type of days, where this news is just gone crazy, and. And it just shows you what news can do. And it's funny because, I was in a long right before that news came out, and I remember saying, okay, I've got enough pips right now. I need to go and take my pips and take them off the table. And I said one of the main reasons I did that is because CPI was coming out. I didn't want to get slammed by the news. I didn't know which way it was going to go, and so I just got out, and 2 minutes later or so, maybe 3 minutes later, it just went price just collapsed, and that's what can happen, and that's, you got to go and protect your interests, and knowing that you got to protect your interests, well, that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do, but I guess I was wearing my maroon dunce cap because I didn't, because I was long at like 41.43, I think it was, the previous hour's high. Well, it went all the way down, and then it ran up and went over 50, so I actually had a chance to get out with a profit. But I'm telling you, I was telling Walmart before the call, I go, I got to take off that maroon dunce cap. I got to get my head back in the game.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the thing about focus, though, too. I think sometimes, sometimes we just get, sometimes we get tunnel vision into right where we are, and we're not looking around us a little bit. And sometimes that can cause that. At least for me, that's my, what causes me to go and mess up when I do that, because every one of us as traders are going to make mistakes like that. But for me, usually when I look back, it's that lack of focus. I have a squirrel moment and follow the shiny thing instead of what the chart is actually doing.
Hey, did you just go long at double O?
I did. I just went and took that trade to the long. That's a Walmart trade, and we'll see what it goes and does. This is the second touch of it. At least on my charts, it's the second touch. We'll see how far it goes or doesn't go. The thing is, though, what I'm concerned about with this trade is at 4103.7. It's topped out there a couple of times. So if it doesn't break that level, I'll be looking to get out real quick. We'll see what it does, and that's part of trading. You just got to go and place the trades and see what it does. And so we'll watch what it's doing. I'm up to 4102 at this point. And now it's coming down. Now it's going back up.
So yeah. I put I hit Control F, so the crosshairs comes up on the screen, and I've got that line showing those two highs from 3 hours ago and 6 hours ago, here and here. So that's right. If it doesn't go through there, it's like it can like break even +1 or look to make more.
And exactly. So we'll just have to wait and see what pans out here, and that's part of the trading too. It's just you got to understand that when you go and place a trade, what you're doing is you're making a bet. Now hopefully it's an educated bet, but you're making a bet, and that's all we can do. The only thing I can do right now, since I've put the trade on the table, is get out. That's the only thing I can do.
Well, you're at the 5 level.
Yep, so I'm at 5.
And so if you look left, there's a couple of H1 or M5 lows from back in an hour ago, where so support, quote unquote, support could become resistance, because you see it bounced off that 5. So the question is, you didn't take the 5?
Yeah, it moved. The reason why I didn't take the 5 was because it went up, touched the 5, and just, at least on my chart, it flashed down real quick. Yeah. And so now I'm operating under 10-5-1 rule. So, we'll see what it does. We're back up to 4.5 pips. I got 4.5 pips of profit right now, minus commissions, whatever that is. 4.1 actually, but we'll see where it goes.
It just flashed back down again.
Yeah, and I'm thinking I'm going to go and pull out. And I pulled out, and I got 2.2 pips. And the reason why I'm pulling out is because I didn't like the way it's moving, and it's sort of like, why take the chance? The reality is I'll get more opportunities during the day. I'd rather go and put those 2 pips in my pocket, and depending on how much you're trading, if you're trading, one lot, that's $20 that's in my pocket that wasn't before. I can now buy lunch.
Exactly.
And that's just how you have to go and look at it. Most people wish they had jobs that they can get paid $20 an hour.
Yeah, and you did that in what, less than 8 minutes?
About a minute and a half, something like that. I don't know what it was. Let me go look and see. It was in 3 minutes.
Yeah. So now you can see prices. Looks like it might go up. So this is where the psychology, the brain management comes in. It's like it doesn't matter what happens from here and out. You took your 2 pips, and that was that.
Right. My head is clear. Now, some people sit there and have that regret that comes in of, oh, look at all those pips I left on the table. Look what I left. Well, maybe not. But I just got to look at it and say, okay, I made some money. I'm good to go. Let me wait for the next opportunity to go along. You got to have that mindset.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, there was a trader that posted, I think on YouTube, was saying something about, we always talk about psychology, and I guess, maybe they want more indicator talk or something. And I, just let that trader know, or any trader, if there's an indicator that I wrote or even somebody else wrote that you want me to, highlight in a video, just let me know. I'm more than happy to do it. But, it doesn't matter what system you have. If you don't have your psychology down, chances are you're not going to be a winner.
Yeah, it's by far, it's the most important thing. It's more important than your method. It's a lot more important than your method. The only thing that may be more important than it is your trading plan in terms of your risk management. But the thing is, as soon as you get into a situation where things are not going your way, your psychology all of a sudden takes over and it messes you up anyway. So they're probably neck and neck, hand in hand. And I don't know. I've never tested it. I don't know if this is true or not. But I've joked around a lot of times saying that I don't care what your method is. You can make money as long as you get your risk management in place and you get your head psychology in place. Those are the 2 most important things in the game. And I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're doing, you make fun of the squiggly lines, folks, but you know what? I'll bet you can make a lot of money on squiggly lines too. It's just that you got to have those other 2 things in place. And if you don't have them in place, it's just, it's going to be a downfall. Now, one of the things about, what I like about doing horizontal lines is that horizontal lines, they don't move.
Well, most of them don't move. Yeah.
What was that?
I said most of them don't move.
Most of them don't move, yes.
The current daily high and low, they move.
Right. The current ones, but not the ones from the day before.
No.
And this hour's open and closed, they don't move. So you got all those nice lines that, hey, I got something I can base things on. And talking about, today's, the hours open and closed, like this hour right now, it's 12 pips, So we know that right now we have moved 12 pips, and that number has some significance, typically in a pound dollar. We know we're going to move somewhere during this hour of the day, which is 11 o'clock Eastern time. It's probably going to move somewhere around 20 pips. We know it's just statistically, we know that for a fact, and just so you other traders know that that Walmal trade that I took, part of the reason also where I jumped out so quick on that as well was the fact that I took that at the 11 o'clock hour. And generally speaking, that's if I take a trade at 11 o'clock, it's not an hour where I say no Walmal trades at all, but it is an hour where I'm very, very cautious because that's when the statistics start to drop off on the success for the method.
Yeah, I guess maybe one day we'll have to revisit that indicator and show people what we're talking about. But yeah, on my chart, we've got a range of 13 right now. Average range over the last 100 hours is 20.
Right. So, and the nice thing, what I probably should have done, and I didn't do it. I just didn't think of it at the time. And that is that when I got out of that trade, what I should have done was I should have gone short, because where that would have gotten me out would have been a perfect DSR trade. And if I would have done that, that would have been 4 pips in the other direction. And sometimes you just have to get into that mode of being able to do that. And I think traders saw that yesterday to a certain extent. And I posted the chart out there. At least I posted it on the Facebook site, and it showed how quickly I was in and out of trades within, I don't know, it was maybe 5 minutes. I was in and out of 3 trades. And the first 2 trades, I think I picked up like 1 pip. In the last trade, I picked up like 9 pips, and it was just so quick, because that's what happens sometimes. And with these type of methods, sometimes that's just what you got to do. And that's just part of the way this method of trading. And I know one trader out there went and said, well, that seems a little chaotic. Well, yeah, it can be chaotic, but it's not chaotic if you put a structure around it. And that's why I have the structure that I put in place. I put those rules in place for myself. I didn't put them in place for anybody else. I put them in place for myself. It's going to be perfectly honest there, and by putting those rules in, what may seem like chaos is not chaos for me. That's just how price moves, and that's just how you keep yourself inside the bounds of the river, and that's the thing about trading. I think that we all have got to do is that, and we as humans are really good at it, and that is that we love to go and put rules in place. We love to go and put boundaries in place, and what happens is, because of that, we're able to have order. And when we have order, I think we are able to, better be able to see what's going on, whether it be in the world or in trading.
Exactly. So, you mentioned the DSR trade, and that's something that we wanted to tell the boys and girls and non-binary traders out there. It's basically, we look for the 3 ball off the 3-level ZZ indicator. Let me see, here's the indicator list right here. So you can see the 3-level ZZ semaphore that I've modified beyond recognition. But, this is just basically using it as is with my display up here. So you can see the 3 ball at the top. So you would have taken the short off of the low of that 3 ball, right?
Correct. I would have gotten in roughly, 4101.9.
Yeah, okay.
Roughly. And then I would have taken some drawdown, would have taken like a 2 pip drawdown. But right now, I would have been up for 4.2 pips, and it's a nice little squeaky little trade, and it's nice because you're not looking, you can go and make, home runs on this where you get 15, 20, 30 pips. It absolutely can happen, but that's not how I trade it. I look to go and get somewhere between 1 pip and 5 pips. So, that's generally what I was going to say.
Yeah, just so the traders out there know, do you usually take the first touch, or do you wait for a second touch like you do on the Walmal?
No, I take the first.
Okay, so on the Walmal it's second touch, but on DSR it's first touch.
Yeah, and the reason why is because you're looking for a snappy, quick move, and that's the whole point. You're looking for that snappy, quick move, and so and it's basically a breakout it's a reversal breakout is really what it is, because what's happening is it's reversing from the current trend, okay. And it's also a breakout of that movement in that direction. And the problem is most reversals do what? They fail. So you're only looking to get 1 or 2 pips. So you just want to go and grab it's basically I think you called it at one point in time a snatch and grab.
Right. Right.
And that's really what it is. You're just going out there.
And I was going to say, guess what? The fastest 15 minutes in trading is up once again. So I hope you guys enjoyed trading with Walmal. We'll probably make this a regular feature once or twice a week, just to help you traders out. So just remember, when you're sitting in front of your platform, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is TheRumpledOne. Over and out.